Yes, welcome everyone here to the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM here on a lockdown Wednesday here in Melbourne. Of course, let's just go down the freeway, of course, to on the M1 and go down to Geelong in particular. And of course, speak with the Galaxy United under 16s and National Premier League women's team. Of course, we've got two very special guests on the show right now to tell us a bit about how it's been like with not much football at all in season 2020. Because they join us right now from Geelong to tell us all about it. Thanks both of you for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
I'll get both of you to introduce yourselves and obviously what position both of you played on the field in the games that you've actually played this year.
I'm Madison Fender. Sorry, Eddie. And I play centre back.
Yeah, I'm Edwina Hines and I play right or left wing.
Now, I think you've got to play 3-4 games before the lockdown happened here in Melbourne. Tell us, how did you fare in those games?
So we were 50% of us were new in our team. So I think we were developing pretty nicely. The first game we smashed 4-0 and we won. The second game we drew 3-3. And then the other two we lost, but they were very close calls. So yeah.
Yes, were you optimistic when everyone went into lockdown that we're going to get a season again?
Yes and no. We were very we had no idea what to really expect and we've never experienced this before. But yeah, we were hopeful that we'd get the rest of the season.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. I think we were really optimistic about it. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. All we can do is just train from home, I guess.
Now, I know down in Geelong, he's had a little bit more luxury than the rest of us here in Melbourne, where he's actually got a chance to train and obviously, got a chance to do some sort of training in hopefully to get that chance to get back on the field because of, I guess, Melbourne's lockdown here. I guess how good was to get back together again in the middle of the year and I guess all the way through to when you actually got locked down?
Oh yeah, that was really good. I thought that a lot of people did take the opportunity when it was there. So when we were training, I think it was pretty good. Obviously, we were a little bit rough at the start, but I do think we got back into the swing of things pretty quickly. But unfortunately, it didn't last for very long. So yeah.
Tell us a bit about your coaches.
So we started the season off with our coach who we had last, Callum. It was really good and he was really involved and stuff. But fortunately, he had to leave because he had a family and work and stuff, other commitments. So then we got another coach, Matt Wheeler, who's been really good. He's come in at last minute, and we didn't know him or we didn't know much about him, but he's been doing a really good job so far. He hasn't had us for any games because of the lockdown, but yeah, been doing pretty good training with him, and yeah, definitely getting to know him better.
I think Eddie summed it up pretty well. Yeah, I do think they both had different coaching styles, but I think both of them are doing an extremely good job. And I'm excited to see what can happen with the season ahead if we do continue with Matt as our coach.
Now, for both of you, tell us how special is to be part of this under-16s team, and tell us, a couple of your teammates that had a great first part of the season.
So we started the year, as Maddie said before, with 50% new players, and that was definitely hard because we haven't played with any of them before. However, they were all really good and ready to improve and stuff. So yeah, we had a very positive outlook going into this year. It was supposed to be our last year as juniors as well, so it was a big year for development and stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, like Eddie said, I do think that there were a lot of new players, so it was really hard to get into the swing of things. But I do think that because of that, our results were pretty good, seeing as we didn't really know each other, and we're still learning how each other play, so we can, figure out our skills and obviously our weaknesses as well. But I do think that we were, like, the older people that have been at Galaxy for a lot longer were teaching the new players, and we're all helping each other out, which was really helpful.
For both of you, how did you get involved in the world game and why did you choose it?
For me, I had like close friends and they were playing futsal. Thing was like maybe 5, and he really enjoyed it. So then my mum wanted to like put me in it and see how it's going, because I was doing a lot of other sports, so I wasn't enjoying them as much. So I started futsal at like 6, I think. And yeah, I just like kept playing from there, and then eventually we put a team in. Played there for I think like 3 years, just futsal, and then under nines I went to outdoor soccer just for a local team, and then there wasn't really much girls soccer, so I went straight from under nines to under 13s, which was girls team, but I didn't get much time, so then I moved back to under 12 boys. I got more time, and then been at Galaxy ever since.
And I started because of my brother, because he was really into futsal as well, so I went to his games. And so one day I was just like, like, let's just give it a try. Because we used to always play out in the backyard, and I would always try and beat him and tackle him and stuff. So then just kind of, sparked a liking for it, and I was pretty determined to beat him. So so I started in Barwon Heads in under nines. And then I went to the SAT program with Galaxy, with Rob Casher, which is the current seniors coach. And then I went to Galaxy Metro, and then Galaxy WNPL, under 12s until now. So yeah.
Great segue, Maddie. I'm going to ask both of you based on that question. Now, if both of you have any brothers and siblings that play the sport, who's the better football player?
Well, I would definitely like to say myself. I do think that my brother is pretty good at skills, and so he would easily be able to nutmeg me and get away with a few things. But I don't know, it would be pretty close, I reckon.
I have 2 older siblings, but none of them play soccer. But my brother did play for a year when I was playing, and then he stopped playing. So yeah,
So, in other words, you'd be the best player, Eddie.
yeah.
Now, you both mentioned right at the start of this interview what position you both play on the field. If you had a preferred position where you love to convince your coaches to put you, where would that be?
I love defense, so I think I would have to stick with that. I have tried forward, which is not too bad. I would do that as well, but centre back preferably.
Yeah, so the same with me. I'll like probably left wing. I prefer, 'cause even though I'm right-footed, I like to like cut in, take on plays. Probably my favorite thing to do. So yeah, I probably wouldn't change my position.
Now, I rarely ask this question to all my guests, but I'm going to ask both of you this question. How good is to play with each other?
Oh, I like playing with Eddie. I think we do some pretty good 1-2s every now and we have really good like communication. Like, we don't have to talk to each other to know what we're gonna do. Like, I'll just take a run and she'll just 1-2 it without even having to talk, which is really good. And we've played together for a long time now, so yeah, I think we are pretty good together.
Yeah, I'd say the same. 'Cause we also do futsal together, so everything we do with soccer is pretty much like the same. So we know each other and how we play. Pretty familiar.
Have you ever played against each other?
I think we have in a futsal tournament one time when our teams got split in two, I think. But other than that, Not that I remember, at least.
Apart from friendly matches, I don't think so.
Mm.
Now, I have to ask, what does the Sport of the World game mean to both of you, and especially playing there at Galaxy United?
Yeah, I think with Galaxy, what is really good is that we're all really, really close, and that I find there is not much judgment with our club. Like when we're confused or make mistakes, it's easily explained, and even if it takes 10 minutes, like our coach will still go through it with us, and you're not stressed out because you completely stuffed up the whole thing and it just took 10 minutes out of training. Like it's still fine, which is really good.
As well, the only own just female club in Geelong. It's really good because we get all the focus on just us, and I know it kind of sounds greedy or whatever, but if we get to have more support and stuff like that. So yeah.
Now, do either of you have any future ambitions in the Sport of the World game for either of you?
Well, just a hope, but I think that's with everyone, is just to go professional or even be able to travel the world and be a coach and a player. I think that would be really great.
Me, not it would be good to play in the APL to support team in the APL. So that would be really cool to play there. But as long as I'm enjoying myself playing soccer, I don't really mind where I go.
Now, this question is specifically for Maddie. Now, I know also that you're the captain of this under 16s team. Tell us, what did that mean to you?
I think the captain is definitely a highlight, and I'm really happy that I got to step out of my comfort zone a little bit and to learn a lot of new skills with being captain. And it's also made me much more confident when speaking out and stuff, which is really good.
Now, Eddie, I need to ask you this question as well. How good is to have Maddie as captain? How do you think she's gone already this year?
Yeah, I mean, Maddie's just I feel like she suits it perfectly because she's just always supportive and she's just always putting a smile on everyone's face, and she knows how to cheer you up and stuff. Yeah, perfect person for the role.
Now, I know that the Women's World Cup is coming to Australia and New Zealand in 3 years' time in 2023. What did that news mean to both of you?
Yeah, obviously I was really excited. Yeah, I was pretty pumped for that actually.
Yeah, and hopefully you can get tickets and then sell out too quickly. But yeah, it'll be really exciting because never been to the World Cup or anything, only local games. So yeah, big deal.
Now, both of you played in the NPL for a while. So the question I'm going to ask you is, which team in the NPL that you would love to beat the most?
Oh, that's really hard because we both have a lot of friends from other clubs, so it would be great to beat them. But I'll probably have to say Bulleen, because I don't know, they're just really hard, and I just really want to beat them. So
Yeah, I reckon it would be either Calder because we've never met them, or Heidelberg because can't have a rival with them. And every time we play them, it's always really dirty. So yeah.
Now, what will be your advice to our listeners and viewers out there that should head down to Stead Park in Geelong once we're all out of restrictions and lockdowns to get down there and have a go in the sport?
Yeah, I would just say take all the opportunities that are given to you, and definitely be open to criticism, and that you have to put 100 in with trainings, and your work ethic has to be there, But I definitely think that you should go and give it a try because it's worth it.
Yeah. Main thing I reckon I got out of like playing at Galaxy with just all the friends. Everyone's so supportive and like Maddie said, just going to be open to new experiences and stay positive as long as you're having fun and all that matters.
Now, before we go to the lighthearted questions about your teammates, now I know that Galaxy has played and trained at very different venues since it started. Obviously, I've been down to Torquay to one of your training sessions in the pouring rain down in Torquay, where they always bucket down there. Now, and of course, now you've moved up to the other side of Geelong, to the city side of Geelong, there at Corio at Stead Park. Which venue do both of you prefer the most?
Definitely Corio, because I think it's your own change rooms and stuff like that, which is really good. And I can't actually remember with Torquay because it feels like such a long time ago, but I'm pretty sure we had a canteen now and we didn't before, which was a huge bonus.
Yeah, we another like venue we've been at, we've always had to share, and it's just been so good to have our own thing. And we've just gotten 2 new pitches in at Stead Park, so there's heaps of room for everybody.
Now, let's finish up with a couple of light-hearted questions about your teammates. Firstly, who had the most embarrassing moments on the field in the very shortened season, and what was it?
Well, I can't remember a lot of them, but I do remember that I've scored a couple of own goals by accident. Not in this season, but in like a couple of seasons ago. But it was very awkward.
I actually don't think it's that's happened that's been embarrassing. I do remember one time I was going up the wing and my coach and I had just been working on like confidence and taking on players. And it was like yelling at me, it was like confidence, like have confidence. And I just fell straight over and just like out on the grass. The girl that took the ball off me and ran straight past me. There's nothing I could do.
Now, who's the comedian in the team?
Probably Jade or Alicia, I would say. I reckon Alicia, because just some of the things she comes up with is pretty funny. And also maybe Jamelia as well, because she's always hyping everybody up, which just kind of gets everyone like screaming and ends up being really funny. So
That's funny and everything they do, and sometimes she doesn't even need to be funny, and she just is like, she's just such a bright, bubbly person to have around. Yeah.
Now, I know there's this social thing called TikTok. So the question I'm going to ask both of you is, who's the best singer and dancer in the team? And who uses TikTok the most since your last game?
I mean,
oh
the dancer would probably be the worst dancer was probably our old coach Callum. He used to play this one song. It's called "Give Me a Piece of Your Heart," and he would like always dance to it, and he'd put it on and stuff, and it's so funny before a game and get us all laughing so hard. Yeah.
yeah, probably best I would say Phoebe or Kira, because Phoebe's always got a music on, and I feel like Kira and Phoebe are always the ones getting up and dancing and doing that stuff. So yeah.
Now, during the lockdown that you've had back in March through to May, did you try anything new? And if so, do you have a hidden talent that you didn't think you had?
I know that my family made pasta from scratch, which was pretty cool. But I actually don't know if I have a hidden talent or not. Still trying to figure one out, I guess, but not at the moment.
There's probably a talent, but I also enjoy like skateboarding a fair bit, so been doing that heaps. So I've been getting better, but I wouldn't call it a talent.
Now, we've got to finish off with this last two. which is now, is there any pre-game songs to hype the team up before a game? And if so, who runs the playlist and what's the worst song on it?
Phoebe is the one that's always got the speaker going. Eddie's pretty bad at choosing the songs, I will say. Like every time she tries to choose a song, I must say, no one bops to it. I actually appreciate it a bit. Yeah, I actually appreciate some of the songs on there, I must say, but not for everyone else apparently. But other than that, I think I don't really know, to be honest.
We had Let It Go playing once, I think, and everybody was just going crazy singing that. That was pretty funny. Yeah, that was probably the worst song. I mean, it hyped us up, but it
Yeah.
was pretty annoying.
Yes, I know that song too. Yep. Now, Eddie, Maddie just mentioned just then that some of your teammates don't like the song choices that you put on the song list.
Yeah.
May I ask, what genre of music have you put on there?
Sometimes put on like old songs, like maybe like Survivor, like just like
That's
kind
a
of like
good song.
yeah, it's a good song, but I don't know, they prefer like rap music and stuff, hypes it up more. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, see, I appreciate that stuff as well, except I don't know, I'll go with both, to be honest. I've got some old songs in my playlist, I will admit.
Eddie, I'll back you up on that one. So,
Thank you.
songs. Now, we'll finish off with this one last one. Now, I know with, at the start of the year when it got all shut down, a lot of clubs did a lot of these toilet roll videos that obviously, to go for the screens and all that sort of things. Did your team do one of those toilet roll videos?
Yeah. No, we didn't do that, but we did have a lot of challenges. We had a juggling bin challenge. Then we had a challenge where you had to get like as many, like you had to do right foot, right knee, right shoulder, and then header it. That was mostly what we had, but I don't think we did the toilet. I know what you're talking about, but I don't think we did that one.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, the juggling with the toilet paper.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Wow. Yeah, and we also did 7K runs. We set out a challenge to 7K runs a week just to keep everyone fit and on the move.
How did both of you go in that?
It's not too hard when you run, like if you try and do it throughout the week and you just run 1K a day, pretty easy. But if you miss a day, then you gotta catch up. No. So, yeah.
Well, I was doing 3Ks a day, trying to anyway. So, it wasn't too bad for me. But then when I did have my off days, then it was a little bit challenging, I will say.
Well, both of you, thank you so much for giving up your time to join us. It's awesome having both of you on the show. I can't wait to see both of you get back on the field again and play for the Galaxy in the NPL Women's. And let's hope that your 16s team can do really well next year and hopefully can go all the way and win it all in 2021.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No worries. And that's Maddie and Eddie there from the Galaxy United Under-16s National Premier League team. Of course, make sure we get down there, of course, next season to the beautiful Stead Park down in Corio, of course, to see the mighty Galaxy United in action, of course, throughout the 2021 season. There's more on the Smash right after this. Don't go away here on Lockdown Wednesday.